The region around an electrically charged body where the force of attraction or repulsion can be experienced by a unit test charge is called the charged body's electric field. So electric field is a region around an electrically charged body where the force of attraction or repulsion can be experienced, but when one cannot see the electric field. Similarly, one cannot see magnetic field also. Though we can't see magnetic field or electric field, but we can draw certain patterns by which we can know how the field may look like or how it may behave and up to what the jurisdiction area or the field exist. So those patterns are called electric field lines or lines of forces. The concept of electric field lines or lines of forces was first proposed by Michael Faraday. So what are electric field lines or lines of forces? Electric field lines or lines of forces, the same word we use for magnetic field lines and lines of forces also. So what are right now electric field lines and lines of forces? Lines of forces are the pictorial mapping of electric field around a configuration of electric charge. That means once we have a charged body is a configuration of electric charge. So around a configuration of electric charge, the pictorial mapping of the field due to that charge is called the electric field lines or the lines of forces. So how these lines of forces look like? The electric field lines or lines of forces are generally curves, and these are not closed curves, but these are continuous curves, and the tangent at any point on this curve gives the direction of net electric field at that point due to the electrically charged body. So what properties these lines of forces due to the electric field of a charged body possess? The lines of forces are always directed from positive electric charge to negative electric charge. No two lines of forces ever intersect. That means these curves, the lines of forces are curves. These curves are in fact parallel curves. These curves at any point within the electric field, beyond the electric field they don't exist. Within the electric field they never intersect. Why they don't intersect? See, for example, these curves intersect at a certain point. Then at the point of intersection, the direction of electric field will be in two different directions, which is not possible. At a particular point in the electric field region, direction of electric field will be in one direction. But if they intersect, its meaning is the direction of electric field will be two at a particular point. So lines of forces are actually curves. They are always directed from positive electric charge to negative electric charge, and in the absence of negative electric charge, the direction of electric field is positive charge to infinite or infinite to negative charge. But if there are two charges, one positive, one negative, direction of electric field is always from positive to negative. And as I said, the second point is no two electric field lines or lines of forces ever intersect. They do not intersect. The third is the electrostatic force lines or these field lines are curves, but they are not closed curves. Whereas in magnetic field lines, the magnetic lines of forces are closed parallel curves, but electric field lines are curves, but they are not closed curves. And the region where there is no other electric charge, these lines of forces go continuous without any breaks. Now let us see how to draw the lines of forces or electric field lines due to charged particles. Also, there are two more points to be known about electric field lines. At a particular point or in a space, if there is a density of lines of forces, that means more lines of forces are there in a particular area, their electric field is stronger. And if lines of forces are spaced away, that means they are far away from each other, then in that zone electric field is mild. And while drawing, we will draw the electric field lines in form of arrows. So near the charged body, the length of arrow should be longer, and away from the charged body, length of arrow should be small. So if there is a positive electric charge and a negative electric charge, then direction of electric field is always from positive electric charge to negative electric charge. And what are electric field lines? Electric field lines are in fact curves. What kind of curves? They are only curves, but they are not closed curves. At any point on this curve, if we draw the tangent, then this tangent gives the direction of net electric field at that point. Positive electric charge, the direction of electric field is radially outwards. Direction of electric field is radially outwards. This is the usage. And for a negative electric charge, the direction of electric field is radially inwards. That means electric field is directed from positive electric charge to negative electric charge, and in the absence of negative electric charge, the direction of electric field is positive to infinite or infinite to negative electric charge. Also, the length of the arrows that we use for representing electric field is directly proportional to the strength of electric field. Strength of electric field. That means near the charge, field will be stronger. Near the charge, field will be stronger because we have electric field formula E is equal to KQ by R square. That means electric field also comes as inverse square law. So electric field inversely proportional to R square. R is the distance between the charged body or the point charge and the place where we are finding electric field. So inverse square law. Inverse square law is for electric field for sure, but electric field with a distance fades away faster than this inverse square law. So near the charged body, the length of arrows will be longer, and as we move away, length of arrows have to be made smaller. So this is clearly written in the textbook, and this has to be strictly followed. When we draw the electric field lines or lines of forces, near the charged body, length of arrow should be longer, and far from it, length of arrow should be smaller. Same for negative charge also. So the diagrams, CBSE question paper for the board exam, these are the kinds of questions that often we see. Draw the diagram for the electric field lines. So like this we draw for individual charged bodies, individual charged particles, keeping in mind the length of the arrow near the charged body. If we have a positive electric charge and another is also positive electric charge, then for positive electric charge, direction of electric field is radially outwards. Direction of electric field is radially outwards. And since like charges repel, so here the electric field bends off. And when you draw this, be careful that these curves, electric field lines are curves which do not intersect. Do not intersect means they go parallel. So they repel away like this. So this is for two like charges. We are supposed to draw diagram like this. The same thing can be drawn for electric charges of with a negative polarity placed closer. And if a positive electric charge and a negative electric charge are closer, then electric field is directed from positive electric charge to negative electric charge. So negative electric charge, electric field is radially inwards. Positive electric charge, electric field is radially outwards. So these arrows are for direction of electric field. This concept of lines of forces or field lines was given by Faraday. So electric field lines are curves, but they are not closed curves. They are not closed curves. They are only curves, and no two electric lines of forces ever intersect. Say for example, so like this we draw the diagram for uniform electric field. So this is how we draw. Say for example, the lines of forces as we are drawing, they intersect. Say they intersect like this, and then this is the point of intersection. Then at the point of intersection, direction of electric field will be in two different directions, and which is a contradiction. At one point, direction of electric field should be common. It can't be two different directions. So that's not possible. So this is an absurd situation. So it's not possible. So no two electric field lines or lines of forces ever intersect. They don't intersect, and they are curves, but they are not closed curves. Also, at any point on this curve, if we draw a tangent, then the direction of tangent gives the direction of net electric field at that point due to that electrically charged body. So this is what we can find from the lines of forces, from the lines of forces. Now also assume that there is a point charge, and this point charge will have electric field in the direction which is radially outward. So this is the direction of electric field. No two lines of forces ever intersect. Direction of electric field is always radially outwards. So while drawing, I am trying to draw as many as possible. So this is the direction of electric field. So the arrows are radially outwards. The direction of electric field is radially outwards for positive charge, radially inwards for negative charge. Now, if we consider a small region near the electric charge, here we'll find that the distance between two electric field directions, the distance between any two electric field directions, electric field arrows or electric fields is less. So here density of lines of forces is more, and if density of lines of forces is more, its meaning is electric field is stronger. That means if lines of forces are all very closely packed, in that place electric field will be strong. And when you consider a region a bit away from the charged particle, here the gap between the lines of forces is comparatively more. So here the gap between the lines of forces is comparatively more than the region which is closer to the charged particle. So in this region, density of lines of forces is less. So if a gap between the lines of forces is less, or in a particular region there are less number of lines of forces, in that place electric field is mild. In a region or in a place where the lines of forces are packed, means more number of lines of forces are there, then in that region electric field is stronger. So we can give a conclusion that density of lines of forces is directly proportional to the field strength. So we have E inversely proportional to R square. That means if distance is more, then electric field will be less. That is from the formula. How else we can understand? If we draw like this the diagram, then you can see that near the charged particle the lines of forces are more number of lines of forces, more number, and even they are very close to each other, and since lines of forces are very closely packed, in that region field will be stronger. So through lines of forces also we can understand that where the field is more, where the field is less. Properties of field lines. So a quick recapitulation: the field lines start from positive charge to negative charge, and if there is a single charge, means if there is only positive charge, then electric field will be from positive charge to infinite or infinite to negative charge. So if there is single charge, they may start or end at infinite. Second point, in a charge-free region, electric field lines are continuous curves without breaks. Third point, two field lines never intersect. I have explained that if they intersect, then at point of intersection, the direction of electric field will be two different directions. But at one point, direction of electric field or magnetic field or any field, at one point, direction will be one. So direction can't be two different. Last point, electric field lines do not form any closed loops. So the electric field are curves, but they are not closed curves. They are not closed loops.